Who has the best hair
Oh, man, that's a
in
tough
the
one.
NRL?
And you got to remember,
Yeah.
we can't use the same player twice, or what?
Yeah. Okay.
Teddy's only got his mind left, and it's pumping at the moment. He's one of the best players in the game at the moment. It's Crichton that's there, man. Like his defense is just incredible.
Welcome back to Ahead of the Game. It's Sports Chat with Sports Pez Jez and Tuck's Sports Takes. Now, we thought there's so many times you're sitting at the pub or watching
That's
footy.
So many times you're sitting at the pub. Full stop.
And you're like, oh, this guy is so good at this. He's so good at kick or he's such a good passer. Imagine if you just put all of these people together and built the ultimate NRL player. And we started talking about it. It's like, okay, well, I'd take this guy's left leg and you take that dude's right foot. So let's just build a player or two players. Maybe we have different. We haven't really discussed each other's picks here, but we're going to go through head to toe or toe to head, and not going to be strictly restricted to actual anatomy, right, Jez?
No,
just going to kind of wing it through, and in the end,
I think so.
We'll
create the ultimate rugby league player. Yeah. Think how their body would be shaped if you could break down certain. You have like chicken legs or big legs with little arms, or it'd look pretty funny. We need to get AI to do something. Build a picture of this player later. Take photos of each dark skin, white skin, big eye, small eye.
All right, let's start at the top, and this one's a bit of a shout out for our mate JD from
at the top or the bottom.
The top.
Starting at the head or starting at the head?
Starting the head. Shout out for our mate JD from the Tassie takeover on the Basketball Fix, and we're going hair. Who has the best hair?
Oh man, that's a tough one.
In the NRL. It's got to be someone with those like flowing. Tino is one of my.
Tino's nice, good mullet.
You can't pick Dylan Edwards. He doesn't have any hair. Well, you could go.
Cameron Munster has all of a sudden started to have this like just nice model style hairdo from all of his crazy haircuts that he's had. Yeah, absolutely. He's getting old and getting a complex, so he's got to have that slick style hair now.
All right, I'm gonna go Tino.
Payne Haas is big,
Cam Munster
for sure.
Who?
We're talking facial hair. You got to have Payne Haas is having the beastie beard at the moment.
Yeah, that's a goal. Punch that in straight away. Payne Haas's beard. Red. Who's got a red beard? I want to take them.
No.
Corey Horsburgh. This red little.
Well, is it just the little fluff he gets? Like he's still 14 years old, just like pubes on his face that he's just had to shave off and put around his mouth.
Okay, underneath the hair, we have the brain. Who's got the best footy brain in the NRL? And just as a side note, we're just taking players that are currently in the NRL and are like playing. So maybe even injured players we're not even looking at the moment. But brain, footy IQ. Who are you putting at the top there?
This is a tough one, man. Because I think at the moment it's got to be between the New South Wales halves between Cleary and
I think Cherry
Cleary
Evans
and Moses. Not anymore. He's just got dollar signs flashing in his eyes at the moment. I think that's all that's going through his head. How his retirement fund just ticking around at the moment. So he's lost it a little bit. But I think like you look at halves obviously, and I don't know. I think at the moment it's Moses, but you could also bring into this conversation maybe a couple of really smart fullbacks because guys like Dylan Edwards, I think we discussed during Origin now, like how he called over Zach Lomax to be in the right position because he knew exactly where Queensland were going to do their short kickoff at the end of that game. Like stuff like that they don't get enough credit for how smart you've got to be a fullback.
Yeah, but 100%. I think Tedesco could be in the shout there as well because of his just how he sees the game, how he sees it unfolding, always in the right spot. Because that's so much of footy IQ is being in the right place at the right time to be able to execute. and
Yeah,
execution's a thing. But if you're in the right spot, you're halfway there.
yeah, yeah. So if we have to, like, we locking in one brain, we think Tedesco. I'm leaning 100% towards Tedesco after that little spiel you did.
I think this is one of the hardest ones because it's like there's so many players that could
Mm.
be in that spot.
And you got to remember, we
Yeah,
can't use the same player twice, or what?
yeah, okay. That's a good one. All right, let's take
Yeah,
Tedesco there because I want Nathan
yeah. Because
Cleary
everything
to
else is old
another
on
body
his
part.
body. Teddy's
Exactly.
only got his mind left, and it's pumping at the moment.
Yeah,
He's one of the
yeah,
best players in the game at the moment.
yeah. Do we want any other facial or head related?
I know
Got to
who's got a big thick neck. Like Fisher
Cam
Harris
McGuinness.
doesn't have a neck. Cam McGuinness, one of these, just one of these monsters, like the old, like what was it, the Randy Savage necks that are just like
Yeah.
this.
It's like your head just goes straight to your shoulders. There's no
Yeah,
no
and then
neck.
the veins stick out, and it's like hectic.
um, yeah, all right. Let's Cam McInnes's neck. I like that one.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, shoulders are important in tackling,
Mm.
and we're gonna go left shoulder, right shoulder, or just
And then we can have
shoulders in general.
one each, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So a right shoulder, a tackler that maybe plays predominantly on the right side, maybe if they're
Now you
hitting
get
with the
technical.
on the outside. Yeah, I still never can remember what
Can you
side
left and
players
right?
play on.
I
Left and right, I
don't even
can.
know left and right. 50% right.
Who some players that here I'm thinking like you could look at a back rower or even a center that kind of runs in and jams and is just puts hits on.
Mm,
You think back in the day like Tafua from Manly that or
mm,
just crunch, fold people in half.
mm.
Um, but you could also look at a hooker that just makes a million tackles a game. Is it effective? Is effective tackler or one that just belts people?
Yeah, I don't know. Or someone that's making big hits all the time and is physical. Look at a guy like Tino as well here, I think. Tino's hard, man, and he puts on big hits. A good tackler.
I've already taken Tino's hair, so Tino's out
Oh,
for
that's
me.
right.
But
Tino. Oh, well,
you
Tino's
can
out.
take
Tino's
Tino.
out. No, we have left hair, right hair. Can't take Tino again. Spencer Lanu. What a shame that we didn't get to see him run
Oh,
off the fence, huh? Oh, so much drama.
yeah,
That was
right.
crazy. It's the talk of the town at the moment. We don't have to dive into it, but crazy.
Yeah, all right. Lenu's right
Lenu's
shoulder.
shoulder. Yeah, running off the fence.
There's got to be a center that just built like I don't want to say Val Holmes because he's not that guy, but he just sprang to mind because I spoke about him at Origin that he
Mm.
always kind of folds in, and he did that and they ran around him in one
Yeah.
aspect. But um, who's another guy that just gets up center that gets up and just folds people? Jesse Ramian.
Jesse Ramian.
Jesse Ramian.
100%. He's
Yeah.
one.
All right. Let's go. We'll do that.
Mm.
Next
All
one.
right.
The guns. The
The
biceps.
guns. Oh, I got two here. So if you don't have one, I got two. I've been sitting all morning looking at biceps of NRL players.
This one's for the ladies and the guys that like the guys.
Yeah, but I don't know. Definitely, there's two guys I've got, and then you can decide if you want to take one as one, or you've got your own there.
Yeah.
Got Herbie Farnworth and Jamal Fogarty. Man, those two guys have guns. Google it now. If you Google Jamal Fogarty's guns, mate, they are
Do I write
absolute
do I write guns or do I write
Jamal. Yeah,
biceps?
write it. Yeah, that's how I found it. They are weapons. There was a preseason photo of him, and he's got
Oh
absolute.
shit.
Yeah, look at him. Look at him.
Oh, it
They
doesn't
are.
even fit. Because I
Yeah,
was
he's
going
got
to
to like
say
cut
one
his
of his
shirt.
teammates. I was going to
Mm,
say um, Hudson Young because I
mm,
did an article for Canberra a few weeks ago and I put him on the on the thumbnail when he's flexing his guns, and like I wrote
Yeah.
something about his Hudson's
Yeah.
biceps to score or something
Yeah.
because they just look like massive. But
Yeah.
Fogarty
Yeah.
for a little bloke, he's
Yeah.
pumping some iron there.
Th
Got some
yeah, I
traps
think
on
they're
him as
like
well.
yeah. Yeah, he's hectic. So, I don't know, but they're my 2.
And Herbie has to
Your
be there
biceps
somewhere. He's
actually 2 muscles, so I could have Jamal Fogarty as one of the inside and
now you're getting
Herbie as the
technical, bro.
outside if we're breaking it down.
All right, let's take Fogarty on the right and Herbie on the left. I think Herbie
Alright,
plays left center, so that works well.
there you go. Yeah.
We go a bit further down to the hands, and here I guess there's a couple of different things we can look at with the hands. It's passing, it's how good your touch is, if you're good catching the ball, if you're a good palmer offerer,
Mm.
given the old
Palmer offerer, that's the technical word for it.
yeah, the old don't argue. So I
Yeah.
think we can just throw some names, and maybe we'll take
Mm.
a couple of guys for some different reasons. I think hands, like you're just talking about being able to catch the ball and just be able to get your hands on the ball. You got to look at a guy like Tupou or Xavier Coates. Like Xavier
Yeah,
Coates, the way he gets
yeah,
up and just collects the ball, even Zach
yeah,
Lomax possibly.
yeah. Sticky, man. They're just like your Spider-Man, just
Yeah.
like they're
Who
just
do you think
they're
out of those
hectic.
three guys, who's the best catcher?
Fuck, man, that's tough. That's
Is
tough
it
because
Coates? Even though he dropped
Lomax
one on
is
the weekend.
just yeah, like Lomax is just Lomax is better. I think because Lomax gets in better position. I think before he jumps, where Coates jump from anywhere and catch the ball. So if we're just talking hands, I think you have to say Coates because he
Coates.
can be off balance up in the air and catch it. Where it's like Lomax seems to get to the spot where he needs to jump, and then he's there.
Yeah.
But
Okay. So catching
um,
hands, we're going Coates. If we look at
mm,
just like finesse, chef's kiss touches
ooh, mm,
with the
it's
passing,
got to be
who
Latrell Mitchell at the moment, doesn't it? Like, and his hands are good because he's also got a massive fend on him as well. So I think you have to take that. Like he hasn't been as dominant as he's been lately, but he's been able, like a couple of tries for South this year. It's been the same thing like he did in Origin 1, is where he just like somehow just has this light little touch and dishes it off. And then yeah, man, he put a fend on you as well.
all right, so this is one where we don't see eye to eye, and it's partly because I
Ooh,
want to reserve Latrell for another body part, but I'm going
okay.
to give a shout out for Mark Nawanga
Yeah.
Nawanga.
I did
No,
a video on him this morning and had to practice this. You're gonna have to watch it because it's probably really wrong, but I say it with confidence instead. So
Nawanga Nitawase. Yeah, there we go.
Wakanitawase. It's a Q in there.
Yeah, but they don't say
Wakanitawa.
Q. It's a Fijian. They
It's
say it's a
Wangang.
yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm
Do you
fucked
listen to
then.
the
As
commentary
usual.
ever?
As usual. Yeah, but I don't remember anything.
Okay. So his passing over the last few weeks has been just unreal. And it's not the kind of the flick-ons, it's getting around kind of out the back and just it's
Mm,
crazy. So he's my pick
mm,
for the touch at the
mm.
moment, the passing touch. Have you got
Oh,
a Palmer offerer?
I don't know.
Big
The
fan?
biggest one. I don't know, like at the moment, I don't know. The only person that just keeps going into my head is Greg Inglis, but this isn't. It's not a part of our little. He
No.
was the best, so
Terrell
it doesn't
May, does he have
count.
a good fend or is he just busted?
He's just a beast. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like
Oh no,
even like
we're
David
going with
Fafita. Fafita is a big palmer
uh,
when he's in form, which isn't often.
maybe we have to reserve the Palmer offer for a future episode. We can't think of
Oh,
anyone straight up.
we've
All right.
already got three hands going on.
Um, chest. We don't really like. People don't do much with their chest apart from just like bumping hitting. Everyone
It's your
can hit
big
and bump.
boys. I think it's your big boys like Payne, Haas, or maybe you got to throw into
But it's
to
not
chest.
like I don't want to take away a good player from another body part because we. All right, let's go
Let's
down.
just
Hips.
move on. Hips. The hips don't lie.
Hips don't lie. Here's
Um,
someone I think with the strength that you can that they'll like just push through, break tackles, um, and when they're tackling, will just drive a player back. Just the strength
mm,
that comes out of their hips is something that I'm looking at here.
yeah, I think a player like Stephen Crichton, you can almost put
Yeah,
him into that jamming conversation that you
yeah,
had. You see, like whenever someone's getting thrown over the sideline, it's Crichton that's there, man. Like his
yeah,
defense is just incredible, and he's just always in the mix. He can get a guy one on one, and then he's at the bottom of that pack driving them out. Like
yeah.
he has a knack for it. He's done it all the time. I think definitely, yeah, he's got to be in that mix if you're looking at that type of tackler.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's definitely up there. You could probably give a shout out for a guy like, I don't want to say it, but Gutho.
Mm,
Gutho is just like there's not much of him,
mm.
but the way he just uses his hips to maneuver himself both in defense and attack, like the
On the dance
guys,
floor.
he's seventh in line breaks. Um, he's scored a mountain of tries throughout his career, and even this season in a new club. And he's always there defending. Like can get under a guy trying to score a try, and he just throws his hips and his legs under to get underneath the ball.
Mm.
But Stephen Crichton's definitely the pick there.
Yeah, we got a left and a right hip. Oh yeah, yeah.
There you go. All
Talking
right,
glutes.
next one, hammies.
Not turbo.
Now,
Turbo's out.
if we want to build the worst player in the NRL, the hamstrings are definitely going to turbo.
Yeah, we should do that. The next one has to be just one of these exactly the same, but who's the softest? Who's got the most injuries?
Made of sugar.
Yeah, Turbo's hamstrings, man. What a
Who gets
battle! What a
concussed
put.
a lot?
Harry Grant at the moment's been concussed a lot, hasn't
Yeah. Would
he?
have
Who
been
was it? Oh
Luke
no,
Keary.
Wade Egan.
Oh,
Egan has been
yeah,
in your super coach a lot of the time and just gets knocked out every third game. So he plays 2 or 3 weeks in a month.
All right. So who is this electric? Because hamstrings, you're looking at pace, explosion.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. You got to look at a couple of guys. You've got, I don't know. I can't say his name. Carm Pereira. What's his first name? Alafuiana.
A Loffy.
Yeah. Obviously one of the quickest around. I think even now, Fletcher Sharp, man. You've seen how
Good,
he,
good
like,
shout.
maybe not top speed, but his acceleration is intense. You give
Yeah.
that guy a little bit of a gap and he just shoots through.
Pappy.
Yeah, but you're walking that line of pretty bad legs, man. I
Yeah,
think
but
below the knee, his
his
hammies are
issues.
good, right?
It's the
It's
bones.
below. It's the knees below, the bone from his knees down.
Yeah.
Syndesmosis all the time as well, the muscles in between. Like,
Yeah.
so
So
yeah,
we're doing
absolutely. Pappy's quick, man.
Fletcher Sharp. Is he your pick?
Yeah, take Fletcher
I'm
Sharp.
going Pappy. One
All
leg
right.
each.
Mm.
What do we got left? Feet,
Going down to your calves or feet.
calves.
Big
I don't know. How do
jumpers.
you?
Got
Yeah,
Xavier
I've already
Coates
kind
in
of
there.
two pose gets up there, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Who else? Who else climbs?
Mulatalo, does he get up, or is he now a bit of a standing still kind of
Yeah,
guy?
not as
Saab,
yeah.
Jason Saab,
Yeah, Saab, Philip Sammy as
Sammy.
well gets
Yeah.
up. Try and have a
Yeah. That's all. I think. I reckon we go to feet because I think here we're
mm,
going to be able to.
tough feet. This is a
Tough.
hard one. It's probably just as tough as the brain, I think.
Because you got so many different aspects. It's the footwork of being able to get to the right spot or evade a tackler. You got kicking, and it's infield kicking and goal kicking, and obviously the left and right. Here, I like Latrell Mitchell is the best left foot in the game. There's no if buts or maybes about that for me.
It's goal kicking and his step. So I think you're on there. I got my left foot, like throw it in there, Matt Burton as well. Like no one bombs like Matt Burton, and he also kicks goals. So I think that's tough.
Oh, that made me. Totally forgot about him. That's I've already said I'm going Mitchell. Burton, your backup, your number 18th man again.
Yeah. Yeah, story of his representative career.
Yeah.
Now they
right
got
foot?
Lockie Galvin coming in. You think he gets benched? Let's not go there.
Yeah,
It's for another day. Right foot. Right.
Got to be Cleary or Moses.
So I'm all over Ponga here, man. Right foot step. Ponga's right foot step.
Okay, but Ponga's a left foot kicker.
But right foot step.
Right foot step.
Watching videos this morning. That right foot step, man, like that's Ponga. Is there someone better better stepper than Ponga?
Reece Walsh.
Oh, lefty.
He's more. He's not as like the old.
Yeah.
The whole
pop,
whole body.
Yeah. Where you're just almost
Ponga's explosiveness as well is better than Reece Walsh's in that kind of aspect, and he can like break through. Okay, so
Cleary,
we'll take Ponga as a stepper. Who you got as a right foot kicker? And
it's got to be Cleary, doesn't it?
There's so many here. You can look at Adam Reynolds.
Yeah.
We've already said Fogarty for Biceps, but he'd be in there just in gameplay kicking, short kicking.
Depends if we go deep into the anatomy and we're using it, because obviously you got to have Cleary's. Well, Cleary can feature in quite a lot because you've got his icy veins. You've also got the best chin in the game, which we missed. So
we didn't pick Cleary up in the head, did we? IQ?
No.
Did I?
I went Moses.
No, we went Tedesco.
We went Tedesco total. We went one brain
to save Cleary for kicking. I thought.
All right, then we take Cleary
or the chin.
Yeah,
or the veins.
It's a bit of both. Yeah, I think you got to Cleary has to feature in one of the most important parts. He's still, even though they've been struggling, still the best player in the game. Got to be.
You look at attacking kicks. Who has the most attacking kicks? It's Jamal Fogarty. Then you got Katoa. I don't think he's at the level yet.
Not soon.
Jerome Hughes. And now I don't know if you'd put him in the same caliber, but you can definitely tell how much his kicking affects Melbourne
100%.
when he's not there.
Yeah.
So
they struggle. They struggle more. He's the most important, obviously, Dally M winner, but most important player in Melbourne. When he's not there, they struggle. No direction. And his kicking game, like.
All right. Well, I think Cleary's the out guy there. If we say that the veins and the chin are extremities that don't count. There we go. We've got our NRL play. If we just quickly recap the ones I picked at least.
Big call to recap this.
The hair. Tedesco, brain.
Haas, beard.
Ramian, shoulder, and McInnes, neck. Ramian, I can't remember. There's too many players. We'll put this in an article.
It's a big task.
You can read it in article form at bets.com.au. Perfect.
Yeah. There you go.
All right. Send us home, buddy.
All right. If you want to build the ultimate player, then hang with us. You'll get that. You'll get stats, and you will stay ahead of the game.